Hi, I'm Al Santasiere, author of Yankee Stadium, the official retrospective. I think my favorite occupation is just being at a baseball game as a fan, sitting in the stands and having a hot dog and watching the game, and something I've done my whole life. And while I, genuinely enjoy my job and basically every part of it, it is nice to sometimes go to a game and just relax and watch baseball. I think the elements of this book, Yankee Stadium, the official retrospective, that really surprises readers the most is how many first person recollections there are of Yankee Stadium. And there's over 80 in the book. And for the most part, people are surprised by the different personalities that are in the book. Everyone from Dan Quayle, former vice president, to Paul McCartney, to Billy Crystal, to Regis Philbin, people like that. I think that the number of people that are, quoted in the book, people are surprised by that, and usually ask me, where did you meet that person, or so many of those people. It was obviously something that a lot of publishers talked to me about. Yankee Stadium is a one of a kind building and sports venue. There's no sports venue like it in the world, based on the history of the building and the history of the events that have taken place there, both in terms of the Yankees games and World Series and championships to all the other events, from cultural events and boxing to religious services. And to be in my position, which is the director of publications for the New York Yankees, when we announced that we'd be moving across the street, it put me in a very advantageous situation, in the sense that we knew that there'd be a lot of books written about Yankee Stadium, but we really had the opportunity to do a book, put out a book that was unique to everything else, because we would have the opportunity to do it from the inside out. So, obviously we teamed up with Simon and Schuster. I teamed up with Mark Vansel, who's my co-author on the book, and and really had took hold of a real unique opportunity to do something that no one else could do, and that's what we did. There's a lot of things in the last chapter of Yankee Stadium, the official retrospective, that are very revealing, that people always react to with surprise, that they didn't know happened at Yankee Stadium. I think my favorite thing was that looking back in professional football history, the 1972 Miami Dolphins remain the only undefeated team, and that's kind of a niche that they have. One really unique thing is that they came through Yankee Stadium that year, and their second to last regular season game was against the New York Giants at Yankee Stadium. That was one of the closest games that they played, and one of the closest games they almost didn't win, so to speak. So I think that that's something that's pretty unknown, and maybe people who were there at the time knew it and forgot about it, and a lot of people didn't know about it. Just a neat fact about Yankee Stadium. And I had a wonderful conversation with Don Shula about that game, and about his remembrances of just everything about that day, and what that was like to play in Yankee Stadium. And he talked about as important of a game as that was, he still took time before the game to go out to Monument Park to see the monuments of the great Yankees players. But what I'll miss about Yankee Stadium is just knowing that I'm in a place every day that such great history has taken place in. And you can feel that when you're in the dugout. You can feel that when you're in the clubhouse. You can feel that when you walk out onto the field. You know who came before you there, and that's very, very special. And I'd never lose sight of that. I never take that for granted. I always really appreciate being there every day. In the process of us building the new stadium, I, along with a lot of my coworkers, were sent to various ballparks throughout the country, new ballparks, to see things that we like and don't like about them. And in doing that, it's hard not to look forward to being in a brand new facility. You see the beautiful ballparks that that have popped up throughout the country, from Pittsburgh to San Diego to San Francisco, where I was last year for the All-Star game. Those are amazing places, and I think our ballpark is going to be that and even more. So just being in a facility like that every day, it's really hard not to be excited about that.